This is the inside of an S950, and I'm in the process of swapping over the display. Hey, how you doing? Hope all is well. As I've mentioned previously, this is the inside of an S950, and I'm in the process of swapping over the display. So, just a bit of background. The first display I had, I'm not sure whether it's the way round I connected it or not, or something, but it blew or something. It worked while I was assembling it, tested it all the time until I was putting the case on, then something happened and it just went. I did notice a screw rolling around inside, and I think maybe it shorted on something, who knows, don't know. But anyway, this is the second screen that I've got, and actually that's the one I've taken out, and here's the one that's going in. Similar model. It's got the cable on it. Oh, that's an interesting thing. Just realised something. This one, is this cable fixed? This might be a bit of a challenge. I might need to do something. So here we go. That's the screen what's going in. And this is meant to connect to there, and then that should work. Hang on a second, what am I saying? No, it doesn't work. It was me thinking it would just plug in and that would do it. Evidently not. Great. So I need to get inside the back of this PCB somewhere and try to connect it. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I will jump back on the other side. If it works, you'll see this video. If it doesn't work, I've got another attempt to do. But yeah, for all those what want to know what an S950 looks like inside, here it is. Have a look at this. There you go. All right. Yeah, doing a bit of jiggery pokery here. All right, see you in a minute. See ya. Hey. Okay, so part two. This is where I've got to so far. Just going to give this a quick test. It's in pieces, as you can see. I've just hooked up the new display unit, which is there. I'm going to just give it a quick power on. Yeah, the wire's a bit raw, I know that, and but I wanted to see how it works beforehand. Here we go. Let's have a look at the display. Does it work? Yeah, it does. Okay, that's good. So, first step, display's working. Now I just got to keep it working. All right, that will be it for the minute. Let me see if I can put this back together again. The things we have to do to keep our equipment going. Yeah, I suppose I could send it off for repair. I'm sure I could, but you know what? I've got a soldering iron. I have basic skills. I did electronics many years ago. This is not really complex stuff, is it? It's just a soldering iron. So I thought I'd get it out and just tidy this up a bit. Bit insulation tape around this will sort it out. It's not the tidiest, but it will do. Bit insulation tape around that, and that will be fine. And then I can put this thing back together again. Yeah, so I'll check that it's still working after all that, and just to actually check it now. I think I plugged it out though, that's the only thing. All right, plug out one, plug the other in. Let's see, let's do a quick check. Make sure everything's okay. Yep, still working. I should let it boot up, but don't worry about it. All right, that's that done. Right, get everything, put the tape on, make sure everything's okay. Actually, I've got to put some solder back on that connection on the back. Put that back in, and then that should be it, I hope. All right, let's see how I get on with this piece. All right, next stage. Hey. Right, I've put it back together again, nearly. Powered it up. Display still working. Loading a sample. Okay, now I know I'm going to have a problem because this screen, the new ones I've noticed, are a bit thicker. Sorry, I mean a bit deeper. So I'm going to see what happens when I put the case on. And I'm not going to force it, obviously, but I might have to mount it slightly different. So I might have to, and this is where I think it might have short-circuited. Ah, probably did. I wonder if it's these pins here. So I might have to mount it round the back, and I might have to cover this over. Sorry, that over, and that over before I connect it up, because that might be why the other screen blew. Because it seems to be up and running. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, got the front panel back on. Power it up, still working. Okay, not too bad, just the top panel to go now, and let's see what happens then. Let's just check the buttons out before I put the top on. Let's see how long this takes to load. Another one. What I didn't check was the memory card and where it's located. I actually think it might be underneath all of this. That'd be great, isn't it? Let's have a quick look, see if we can see it. No. Yeah, it's probably underneath. Okay, that's gonna be fun. I'll come back to that one another time. Should have done it right now. Let's check the buttons. Yep, 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 yep. Master tune. Okay, all the buttons are working. Put the cover on. Another test coming up. Okay, here we go. Everything back on. All in place. Back to how it was before. Let's power it up. Okay, screen is working. Excellent. This is good. This is good. This is good. Let's make it load up properly this time. Excellent. Oh, what I had done, just in case, I had put insulation tape around some of the connectors to make sure they were not shorting, touching parts of the case, stuff like that. Yeah, it's working. Just to be on the safe side, just in certain places where the display was on the side where the connectors were, I just layered it with some insulation tape before screwing it in, just in case something was shorting. Maybe that's what happened to this one. Probably shorted out somewhere. Anyway, yeah, next is just a quick test, and that will be it.